Hi, I'm dgerard, and this is Pivot to AI, coming to you every weekday. Today, AI news is still trash. The BBC and the European Broadcasting Union did a huge study of how well AI chatbots handle summarising the news. Basically, AI gets the news just wrong, 45% of the time. But also, the public still trusts what the chatbots tell them. Great. The researchers asked chatbots about current events, ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini and Perplexity. 45% of the chatbot answers had at least one major issue, 31% were seriously wrong, and 20% had major inaccuracies from hallucinations or outdated sources. This is across multiple languages and multiple countries. The AI distortions are, quote, significant and systemic in nature, unquote. Gemini was by far the worst. It would make up an authoritative-sounding summary with completely fake and wrong references, much more than the other chatbots. It also used the satire source as a news source. Pity Gemini's been forced onto every Android phone, hey? Chatbots fail most with current news stories that are moving fast. They're also really bad for making up quotes. Anything in quotes may well not be the words the person actually said. 7% of news consumers ask a chatbot for their news, and that's 15% of readers under 25, and just over a third, that I don't give the actual percentage number, say they trust the AI summaries. And about half of these, under 35, people pick convenience first. Peter Archer is the BBC's Programme Director for Generative AI. What a job title. Archer put forward these results, even though they were quite bad. So, full points for that. Unfortunately, Archer also said, quote, we're excited about AI and how it can help us bring even more value to audiences. He sees his job as promoting the chatbot. Quote, we want these tools to succeed and are open to working with AI companies to deliver for audiences and wider society, unquote. I don't want to get stuck into Archer personally. I've no reason to think he's not a perfectly normal, decent bloke. But also, Archer is never going to sign off on a result that generative AI is poison to accurate news and the public discourse, and the BBC needs it out of there, because his literal job is not to assess generative AI, it is to promote generative AI. I've linked his job description in the show notes. Even though this study shows the broadcasters absolutely do need to just get this trash out of there. So what happens next? The report doesn't even offer ways forward. There's no action points, except do more studies. The broadcasters have no plan to address the lying chatbot problem. They're just going to cross their fingers and hope the chatbot vendors can be shamed into giving a hoot. You know, that thing that has done nothing so far and isn't going to work unless they can somehow cure chatbot hallucinations. And they can't do that because hallucinations are how chatbots work. Everything they output is a hallucination, it's just somewhere closer to accurate. The actual answer is to stop using chatbots for news. Stop trying to promote chatbots for news. I'm looking at the BBC on that one. They've got employees whose literal job it is to look for ways to befoul the information stream with Gen AI. And the biggest of all, we've got to attach actual liability to chatbot output when they put out complete lies about the news or facts or events. Imagine a chatbot vendor having to take responsibility for what the lying chatbot spits out. Wouldn't that be amazing? Thanks for tuning in to Pivot to AI. If you liked this story, please forward it to just one other person. It really helps. Leave a nice podcast review. Hit like and subscribe on YouTube. And you can support our work here by dropping $5 into the Patreon linked in the show notes below. Thank you all. I'll see you tomorrow, and bye for now.